Hey guys, so I was just listening to a song that I used to sing quite a lot of. When you've been broken to pieces, so it's a Christian song actually, and part of the song goes into, though you slay me, I will trust you, Lord. And I got to thinking about how I used to sing such songs with gusto. Though you slay me, I will trust you, Lord. And then, anyway, before I carry on, I'm Rosemary Lonnie Knight, RNK for short. This is the Deliberate Live Stream. So I was listening to this. This is a song that would have been a normal part of my life at one point. Though you slay me, I will trust you, Lord. You give and you take away. You give and you take away. All of that kind of a thing was what I based my religion, my Christianity, my things on, okay? That feeling that I had no control over certain areas of my life. That feeling that this higher power wanted to take stuff away from me. I like to start with how you doing, how you doing, how you doing, how you doing, yeah. Yes, so how are you doing? Tell me who you are and tell me as you come on, say hi. Now this is the thing. That was how I used to feel about the divine. This feeling that I had no authority, no power. I was powerless in the face of this acts of God. There were times when it was comforting in some ways to sing songs like this. Though you slay me, I will trust you, Lord. That kind of thing. It was comforting. It gave me a sense of, okay, maybe I don't quite understand everything that is going on, but hey, I can, at least I know God has it in hand, man. But the thing I realize now is that actually I was not being very deliberate about my life. I was blaming God for the issues I had in my life. And maybe you still are as well. Though you may give it a nice holy sounding name like I used to as well, where it's like, no, I'm trusting God, I'm trusting the divine, and things, everything, I just don't have any authority over all of this. So for the things I don't understand, it must be that the divine doesn't want me to have it. It's for my own good and all of that kind of a thing. And I used to believe that too. But now I realize that we are deliberate designers of our life, if we choose to be, or we are passive allowers of any old thing to come and happen to us. We can choose to blame the divine for the issues of our life, or we can recognize that actually the answer to any prayer is always yes and amen. Once you ask, it is given if you believe. So the question is, what are you believing? You may tell yourself that, the divine is trying to protect me, it's for my own good, that's why I don't have this thing yet. But that is you relinquishing responsibility for designing your life, for getting clear on what it is that you're here to create, and then staying on track to create it. Rather than telling yourself that, if I don't have it, it must be because the divine doesn't want me to have it. Or it must not be the will of God. It must not be this. It must not be that. That is you being a victim and blaming the divine for your victimhood. It is not truth, according to me. And according to what the divine has said to me. But you need to check this stuff out yourself. You need to check this stuff out yourself. You need to actually take this novel, it might be a novel idea, it may not be. You might be used to the idea of recognizing that everything you need to create an amazing life has been planted inside of you. It's now up to you whether you open up to prosperity or whether you keep using your whatever issues as a reason not to move forward. And you can also use the divine as a reason not to move forward. You can say, he doesn't want me to have it. It's not the truth though. Are you bold enough to actually truly step up into your power and realize that you contain divine power within you? You have the ability to ask for a thing, to hold it in your mind, and to see it come to pass if you will choose to believe. The divine does not hold anything back from you. Whenever I say this to certain people, they go silent, they go quiet, because they've always believed that the divine does hold things back from them. They've always believed that it's not their responsibility in some ways to hold the faith They try, but when it doesn't work, then it's like, oh well, it must not be the will of God. Really? I'm calling you as a deliberate person, well, as a person, to get on the deliberate path and recognize that it simply says, whatever, if you ask, it is given. It doesn't say if you ask that maybe if it's right for you, that maybe the divine will maybe check and, and who knows, and maybe you'll have it or not. No. It says if you have faith, if you will have faith, even this faith the size of a mustard seed, the smallest, teeniest, tiniest faith, then you can ask for anything and it will be done for you. There isn't qualification as to what that anything is. There isn't qualification. Now, I recognize that this isn't actually the easiest thing to hear if you've always believed in a certain way. I wouldn't have been able to hear it not so long ago, truth be told. And it's also, just because you suddenly now start taking responsibility for everything doesn't necessarily mean that everything starts working out immediately, because yes, you have probably over 30 years worth of beliefs that need to be rejigged and new foundations need to be built. And that may take some time. But this is what I know. If you don't at least start the journey of becoming a deliberate designer, if you do not start the journey of recognizing that the divine does not hold anything back from you, the only question is, are you allowing it in or are you disallowing it? And if you're disallowing it, then there needs to be some beliefs that need to be shaken or to be removed and replaced with something more helpful and empowering to you. There needs to be a new way of looking at life in order for you to allow your prosperity to come. It is your choice. It is your choice, okay? It is your choice. As I said, the divine isn't going to keep anything from you. You get to decide. How is this life going to play out for me? You are the one that decides this. There is no somebody trying to slay you and bring you down and all of that stuff. And I recognize that if you're in the middle of a bit of a crazy situation in life, it may feel hard to fully take ownership of the fact that something about what you're thinking, something about what you've been doing has brought you to this place. And there's no judgment here, okay? We've all made mistakes. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we now choose a different way forward. That's what matters. You don't need to be scared of owning the fact that, okay, something about what I was doing did not get me the results that I want. We can be bold enough to say, you know what, that part of my life is now done. I choose to step up as the deliberate designer that I am created to be. Mistakes or not, it's okay, it's done. I can start again in this moment. And if you know what I know about time as well, you recognize that you can just redesign your life I'm not going to say very quickly, because yeah, we're human. There's lots of stuff that we need to work through, or we think we do anyway. And if you've thought a certain way, as I said, it will be hard for you to just shift. But you can, though. You can. That's the thing. You are powerful enough to design the life you desire. You are. And the divine does not hold anything back from you. The divine does not hold anything back from you. So stop using him as a reason not to go after the life you desire. Okay? Stop using him as a reason not to go after the life you desire. Let's get very deliberate about our design. And yes, part of coming around to this way of thinking, it's stepping into a bit more of a confidence in who you are, a confidence about what you are here to create, and clearing the nonsense. And so yes, I invite you to come and join me for Unstoppable Confidence. We started on Wednesday, or it depends on when you're listening to this, it might be available to you immediately. But we start. You go over to rosemaryonunite.com/unstoppable confidence and go and join in, okay? Because you need to learn who you are, what you're capable of. You need to learn what you're here to do, get clear on that, so that you're not giving in to self-doubt and all of that stuff any longer. My daughter is trying to get into this by any means necessary. Basically, Unstoppable Confidence. It is rosemaryonunite.com/unstoppable confidence. And you can go to 2 pages of your maths if that's what you're asking me. She's trying to get out of doing as much schoolwork as she should be. But this is it. If you don't ask, you don't get right. So she definitely has unstoppable confidence. But this is it. I'm inviting you to unstoppable confidence. If you are ready to explore some more of these ideas that I'm just bringing up for you right here and actually assimilate them into your life so that you start to be the powerful, deliberate designer you are born to be, then go join in. It's at rosemaryonunite.com/unstoppable confidence. It's time for us as deliberate people to rise up, to become powerful in who we are born to be, okay? All of creation waits for us to wake up. Each individual one of us has a part to play in the evolution of this planet. We can no longer pretend to be subject to old beliefs and old thinking. It's time to get deliberate. And there's no point complaining and waiting for somebody else to come and save the day. We need to step into our power. And our affirmation for this week is, I am bold enough. I am bold enough. I am bold enough to design the life I want. Are you bold enough to do it? Join me for Unstoppable Confidence. It's rosemaryonunite.com/unstoppable confidence. Until the next time, my honeys, much amazing love.